I'm curious Zeal if Zealo does that same like I've seen 2 games from Zealo now. In both games, he's a much con heavier start. Where I've seen a few from Bloateer, and Bloateer did seem to be more aggressive grunt hell type of player on this map. You seen what you did last game? That is true. That is the downside. But considering so far most of these have been streamed by, either Volshock, Brightworks, or I, and it's kind of hard to avoid that, I think. And realistically, how much can you vary up? This may be 1v1 noob kind of information, but how much can you vary up your playstyle in a grunt hell type of map where everybody's going to be spamming grunts early? And I imagine the true answer to that is quite a lot, probably. Holy shit, yeah, okay. And, no, he's still going much harder on the cons early. Much harder. Whereas literally Bloateer, we're going one resbot, some grunts probably, a con, and then just full grunt. Nothing else. This wind is not being kind at all. It's an interesting difference in playstyle, I guess. It's a little more like this is a little more aggressive playstyle, and this is the just to say it's not even, I don't even want to say safer expands because he was naked expanding for a lot of it. I guess you really just don't have to worry as much about like it's a pretty big map, so it's not like early raids are that prevalent, right? I don't know. You don't see many Dolphy Nomex bot lab openers for ticks. Well, Bloaty's already getting all like Zealo's not even contesting the reclaim. Like he's going for his northern reclaim again. Oh, Bloaty, or like that's a decent metal lead already. Like that's not terrible. Especially if he can get the second one. Like that's pretty big. And he's turning it into like solars. All this extra metal is going into solars because the wind right now is being actually abysmal. I'm surprised ZLO isn't actually spamming solars as well. While the wind where the wind is right now. Ooh, this is a good snipe. Denying that reclaim is pretty good. I mean, Bloaty's getting some of it at least, but. Bloaty, he does have a radar. I was like, he can't really see this actually. That radar doesn't cover like nearly enough with that mountain being there. It's kind of the ZLO's. It's kind of the same thing, but he sees all this. Oh, he didn't catch the resbot actually. ZLO. Bloaty's still up in metal. Funny enough, ZLO's is actually still behind a little bit. And part of that, I think, is because ZLO's expanding slower. Ooh, losing that radar is kind of sketchy. Radars are pretty good, and not having access to that radar is pretty bad. Oh man. ZLO's losing shit behind and losing grunts forward? This is a little scary. And ZLO's he's got 1 mex right now? He's got 1 mex right now. That's not good. That is actually quite terrible. Having 1 mex and no income is it's pretty bad. he needs to do some like actual serious damage to Bloater or something here, because he's in a not good spot. He's very far behind now, I would say. Yeah, it's beginning. The metal produced snowball is beginning. This is a scary run by. Oh my god. Bloater is just raiding everywhere. This is kind of, he's catching out a lot of grunts here. Although a lot of these grunts have died on ZLO's side of the map. So he is getting a good reclaim. Ooh, this is really rough for Bloater. That was a bad APM stall. That was really unlucky. He lost a lot of grunts there for almost nothing. He really cannot afford to lose these expansions. Not oh man. At a minimum, not the con. He can res the mechs. It's not as terrible. That's really big. Although he needs to get the reser as well. I mean, Bloater's getting... He got the con, which is big, but again, there's already resers already here ready to go. Oh god. He's resing this resbot? What? Okay, I like that. Oh shit, well they're dead now. Rest in peace. That's a good catch. Oh man, if he keeps going, he could deny a lot of metal. Oh, damn. That's a big lead. That's 1,000 metal lead. 1,000 metal in 6 minutes. That is a big lead. There's quite a lot of reclaim, I think, on ZLO's side of the map. And less so in metal value and far more in just bodies to resurrect. I kind of feel like ZLO's stabilized a bit. He's got a lot of he's got a lot of revived, a lot of little halos on his units. Well, actually, apparently not. Oh, well, there they are. There's the halos. Army value is actually pretty decently up, despite being down in metal produced. He's pretty high up in army value simply because of the resbot difference being pretty big. Although there's actually some decent amount of grunts dead on Bloater's side of the map that he could be rezzing. Ooh, it's kind of a rough trade. These little trades are okay when they happen, as long as you can control, as long as you have reinforcements that can then like control the reclaim. If you can control the reclaim and just revive shit, totally fine. It's a little harder losing units constantly. Like, you don't want to trade poorly, but like, he lost all those units, but he's gonna immediately resurrect them. He killed these units and is beginning to resurrect them. Ooh, yeah. Okay, Bloater's actually taking some like a decent amount of like just bad trades over and over. That's like a few really bad trades in a row that are kind of, they're gonna start really hurting. ZLO's resbot control has been really good. Like, Bloater's actually down in metal income right now. I mean, he's still up and produced because he's had more mexes for longer, but like, oh, this is bad from ZLO. That's a rough idle. He's catching. If he catches another con, he keeps catching these little cons. He's gonna res this con? No, ZLO, come on. Oh, he's just got a map-wide res order. That's kind of weird. I mean, he res the con, but he needs to, like, get those out of there. He's making a Mexa that's on Bloatier's side of them. That's a little optimistic. I think I can comfortably say that is a little optimistic. He's going for an air lab. All right, what is Bloatier? We're just sticking to scaling. Oh man, he's giving it another Mex. Oh, he's got a good advantage in grunts here. I don't even really want to look anywhere else other than army value, right? Army value is a pretty big impact here. Oh man. Oh, idling. This is like the worst place. Idling right in front of an LLT. You're just taking free damage. He did losing the resers is actually kind of big though. Like there's a lot of grunts now on Bloatier's side of the map. I like that. If he can cripple Bloatier's E income, dude, Zelo is just completely naked expanding here. That's crazy. There's not an LLT in sight. This could actually really hurt him though, with these little run bys. He's caught up a bit in metal, actually. Oh, man. Losing the resers there is painful. It's pretty painful. He's actually getting cut down a little bit in mexes. And again, this rec field is not small. That's not a small rec field. Most of those bombs just missed. That is incredibly unfortunate. Honestly, the shurikens are going to be pretty big. There you go. If he can retake these, dude, he's losing. He's getting like Bloatier's doing well at punishing him for all these naked expands. Just a few grunts everywhere. Just killing so much of his metal income. Targeting the radar, really? Or he's targeting nothing. That's a little weird. The Shuris will make a decent difference here, I think. He is actually just straight up targeting the radar there. It was just denying vision, I guess it's kind of big. Because he only has one radar outside of that. Yeah, that's actually kind of big. Oh, he's kind of idling the bomber. Well, this is all of a sudden very even. Like, wow. That's crazy. This is a dead even game now. He was substantially behind. This is a dead even game. Oh, that's bad. I'm actually a little surprised that Bloatier has left all this metal on the ground. I'll be honest. Like, if he had been resing this army value would be very heavily in his favor. Like, very heavily. And, I mean, it's just not in his favor, and it would be. If he was resing these grunts, he would have a pretty substantial grunt army on top of this, or at least reclaiming to make more tanks. I mean, this many incisors, in my limited understanding, should just drive over. Well, okay, if Bloatier does that, it will not drive over it. Especially a shuriken difference. Yeah, that is not where he wants to be. Oh man. Oh man, no. No way. Okay. Like, that would be kind of BM. He's res all his northern mexes, and he's actually getting defenses. He still has not reclaimed the south, but that's kind of awkward. He's going straight for mediums. He's not even bothering with incisors. He's going straight for mediums. Zelo's actually he's got a bit of an advantage now, metal income wise. Oh, Bloatier is now finally using resers to gear up this field. Which, considering how long this has been sitting here, it is good that he's doing it, because that is a very big army value difference if he manages to res all this. Yeah, Zelo's resbot control has been very strong this game. I feel like it's been very, very strong. Which, you know, resbots are probably one of the best units in the game. So that's a good skill to have. Although realistic, look at this circle he's drawing. Like this is a crazy direction for these resbots to go. If anything, like rezzing this, like purposely rezzing this shit in the south, seems like it'd be way better. Let's get these falling in the bag. What is he bombing? He's going for mexes. That's kind of funny. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Like, why bother trying to deal with grunt run bys when you could just fly around sniping mexes? Curious how Bloater responds to that, though. Oh, this is turned into a big resurrected army. How does he deal with the brutes? He's got his own. He got his own like pumping now, but the brute count is pretty heavily in Zelo's favor, and Bloater is losing. Like, this is becoming not a small amount of mexes that he is losing. And the shuriken difference. Oh well, you know what? He's got AA. He's got AA. Never mind. Shurikens are not going to be as impactful. Zelo's got a pretty big metal lead now. That is so many brutes. If he kills this army, that is maybe gonna be GG if he kills this army. That is a lot of metal. Oh god, the tanks are getting stuck on the hills. Oh god, that's horrible. That's a lot of incisors. This 2 LTs does not stop that many incisors. How many? This is so many brutes. 23 brutes. That is not a small amount of brutes. That is a terrifying amount of brutes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just fucking, just go. Like, what stops that? Okay, pounders would probably stop that. Like a good amount of pounders, but still. Oh, Bloater. It's kind of idling. Oh god, Zelo's kind of idling. Everybody's idling at weird unfortunate moments. He's rezzed all this. He's rezzed all his mexes. This is kind of a doom push. Where he kind of needs to be careful. You don't want to feed this. I mean, it's not that you don't want. You literally cannot afford to feed this. That is a fucking concave and a half. Holy shit. He's still sniping a lot of mexes. Oh, if he just swings up from here. Yeah, that is gonna deny so many expands, and he's got the rec control in mid. That's a lot of damage that's being done. This is good. This is a good return from Bloater though. He did leave a lot of mediums on the ground. If we're being honest, he left a lot of mediums on the ground for Bloater to control. They're pretty. They're pretty even economically. Like Zelo's got an E lead, but he's losing a lot of mexes right now. I'm kind of surprised he ate his lab. I was gonna say I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen more shurikens to shut this kind of push down, but he actually ate his lab. I guess just a harder pump brutes. But out of all those mediums, he kind of gifted a lot of the mediums to Bloater. That's kind of rough. If Bloater can hold, there's a big army on the field for him, just waiting to get picked up. Okay, this medium in the back line's really sketchy. Really bad for Bloater. That's just gonna be very annoying. Wow. That's just it's crazy how basically their lead from earlier is completely swapped. Is there any way to counter resurrecting from a battlefield? Yes, kill the res bots that are doing it. That's how you count. Or you can kill the Rex with you can manually attack target Rex to kill them. to deny wreckage, but oh my god, that is a huge army. But you definitely, generally it comes down to, yes, just controlling the reclaim field. Wow, that is a big feat. That is a huge, how much metal is that? 2.1k metal just on the ground. And he's not going to eat it. No, no, no. He's going to res that. That is a big... He basically lost that amount of metal in the brutes on this side that he's just now gained back. Ah, here we go. This is going to be a big impact, I think, actually. The ZLO has 0 AA. Absolutely 0. I mean, he's kind of like, if he... He shouldn't... Brutes driving away will trade pretty favorably into this, kinda. So, like, ZLO kind of needs to be careful not to overextend. You never want to leave Rex on the enemy side of the field. Oh man, this is bad. You never want to leave Rex on the enemy side of the field, especially if it's much harder for you to control, because then you're just giving them units to resurrect. But oh man, I don't know if Shurikens can save this. That was a big surround. They'll definitely help, I think. Wait, I think CLO spotted that. If he was paying attention, I think he saw the Shurikens with that rover. He's not, oh no, he is reacting. I was gonna say, he didn't seem to be reacting, but he's making the AA bots. But they are very far away. But that is just, you're trying to hold back an ocean with like a bucket. Like that is not a whole lot of shurikens, and realistically, brutes can shoot them down just with stray shots in the air. Oh god, actually that is actually doing pretty decent. A lot of shurikens frankly died. Like a lot of shurikens have died. Just to stray brute shots. I think Bloater did have to hit the go button on that to use those shurikens and to try and bring back some of this, and that is a big reclaim field on now his side of the map. That is 6.7. Whoever controls this reclaim field probably just wins the game. And there's AA now. I think that might be it. This is just way too big of an army, and there's AA bots, so the shuriken difference is now gone. And if there's one thing ZLO has definitely shown, is that his rec control has been pretty damn good, if we're being honest. Rocket bots? Really? Did he mean to do this? Okay, I want to know. I would kind of want to know what the thought process behind that, if that was a misclick. But that seems like a pretty big. I don't know what situation you want rocket bots here. That seems like that seems incorrect, but. Okay, this is kind of funny. Making twin guards to outrange the LLTs. Using his constructors as warriors is kind of funny. But now he's controlling the rec field, and he's starting to push back on Bloater's expansions in the south, and that should probably end up being it. Oh, yep, that's a lot of brutes. That's a lot of brutes. That sneaky little AA bot, man. That sneaky little AA bot. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, ZLO is not really hard microing his resers. He just has this map-wide res order, and I guess he's got some up here. I'm surprised he's not already actively working on this reclaim field. I mean, this is scary. This is a scary fucking push in the south. Bloater's working. Bloater's starting to get it rezzed, actually. This is kind of bad for ZLO. ZLO cannot let Bloater have this field. This field is way too large. Admittedly, Bloater also has much bigger problems to deal with, like, 20 brutes in his backline. Oh yeah, he's gonna hit him in 3 different spots. Bloater barely has the army to deal with one of these. Dealing with 3 of these, like, the army value is just, unfortunately, way out of his favor. It is not good. Oh yeah. This is any one of these pushes is kind of enough. He's gonna deny so many mexes. Kind of surprised he's turned around with this. Like, he's just pulled all the aggro on this side. I'm assuming he's focused. He's really focusing up here. Honestly, I think Zielo may be fucked up letting Bloatier's already eaten half this metal. Like, he's eaten. I say eaten. He's resurrected half of this wreck field. I actually kind of think Zielo fucked up letting him do that. That is a big army he just printed with Resbots. Although now he's starting to actively work on it. So if he gets the rest, he's already got a pretty big army value advantage. But this field is keeping Bloatier in the game. Did he spot Bloatier's comm? Is that what he's... It kind of looks like he's going to envelop Bloatier's comm here. Okay, gotta get the reses out of there. Well, this fight is gonna be kind of important for Bloatier. And pushing into brutes is just such a painful experience. Oh man. He's losing wind, he's losing mexes, he's got more leaks. He's losing his resers. Oh no. Honestly, just this move command is gonna do just an absurd amount of damage. Like, look, the Ediff, the wind died, and he has like 4 solars. Zielo's sitting pretty on solars and a geo. This is, I think that might actually just straight up be GG. We're gonna see a GG soon. That is way too much. And he lost all his resers. You need E to res. He's got no E. Like, he's lost so many mexes. The metal income. He's got like a quarter of Zielo's metal income. That is not. This is basically, I would say, I keep saying it's unrecoverable, and then somehow Bloatier holds on for like a minute longer. But this feels basically unrecoverable. Zielo has energy and a shit ton of res bots, and is resing everything. Oh, this is actually a really good, kind of a good engagement for him, though. He's getting the surround on all the units in the center. Oh. No, he's calling it. He's wrecking. It's just too much. That is way too much. Zielo was solidly behind early. Like, Bloatier's aggression was really good, but that yeah, look at like he was solid. That's not a small, at that point in the game, that's not a small lead. That is a decent lead. They were not neck and neck. And they were kind of neck and neck for a lot of it. I really think it was just man, I think it was the wreck field control. It was just kind of enormous. Like, it was really big. But does this show? Yeah, you produced more units than Zielo, but Zielo had a higher army value for the last like 10 minutes of that game. Resbots are kind of just good. You know what? I've heard Resbots are kind of just good. I've heard things about that unit. I've heard things. I do like this map though. Heartbreak. This is a good map. I'm glad we get to see more of it. Alright, what do we got? It's gonna be interesting if there's gonna be anything different. I think Zielo show so far has done the same build. He's done like the same build almost every game. With the much heavier constructor expand. I think this is kind of almost like a inexperienced thing between Bloatier and Zielo. Where like Bloatier's still relatively newish to Bar, and I mean he's played a shit ton of FAF, but like that entire last game was basically decided by Resbot control. not entirely by Resbot control, but pretty solidly Resbot control from ZLO was just significantly better, and he got more reclaim, more revives. It was. I mean, we literally the end graphs showing that Bloater had more units produced and yet had substantially less army value. It's kind of a big deal. Macro is important, but macro is important. I didn't even realize it was 27 minutes. 27-minute tier 1. Not one of them went for tier 2. It was actually just a shit fest of just bashing into each other. Zilla's doing 2 max. Wait, Bloater. Oh, this is Bloater. Bloater's doing a similar thing. And it kind of looks like Zilla's doing the similar thing to what he normally does, or what he's done so far every game that I've watched. I don't even want to say normally done, because, you know, that could be very wrong. This could be very different from Zilla's normal playstyle. Oh, and the Geo. Yeah, the Geo is big too. The E-stalls from the wind dropping multiple times, and Zilo's just sitting pretty with a Geo. It's kind of big. Man. 1v1s may not be my cup of tea to like play. Like, I don't mind them, but damn, they're actually pretty fun to watch. Like, there's a lot of action. They're pretty fun. I could have looked at wait, was there a units res tab in that graph? Wait, was there a units res graph like option? Oh god, I need to check that. This is such an obvious. I'm so annoyed that I didn't figure this out when I was doing. This is such an obvious like little improvement to this whole build of just first con make a radar up here. It's so good. You see so much. Yeah, Bloater is going much harder on the grunts than ZLO. Much harder. Which, like, I feel like this is good if you're like really aggressive early, but I feel like this really can bite you in the ass because you're just gonna be expanding much slower normally. I would say like this is like actually wait how is army value? Wait, how is Bloater down in grunts? Well, he went a much harder grunt opening. Wait, what? Maybe it. No, because Ziolo's cons are deeper in the queue, actually. Never mind. He actually only has 2 cons out, which I think Bloater has the same. Yeah. The expanded stats? This thing, I think? I don't know if this is what you mean, Ragnar, but I'll do that one. Like the metal income, Bloater's actually ahead. Funny enough, usually, I mean, I guess he has been. He was in the last game as well. He was ahead of oh god. I'm reading. I shouldn't be reading chat. God, it's horrible. We're seeing terrible things, and maybe I'm dumb. Like Bloater seems like he's been ahead on his metal income expansions almost every game so far. And I say that as if they've played more than one game, but and once again, he seems to be expanded better. That's not good for ZLO. That's quite bad. That's pretty terrible, actually. These mexes are exposed and the con died? That's pretty bad. I mean, he's just gonna go res it, realistically. But... Is it up here? It was up here. I was hearing the shooting. That's just gonna slow him down a bit. It's just gonna slow him down a bit. I like this idea. Oh god, I'm thinking too much of my own games with this. I shouldn't be thinking about my own games. I'm learning a lot from the people that have played this map. Apparently, a little bit more than I have. Oh, this is already kind of turning into like a little risky. Like Bloater cannot let Zelo fight here, or he cannot let Zelo take this. Considering where his con is, but at the same time, that was a lot more grunts. If Zelo had perfect vision, if he had some wall hacks, he could dive that with a good engagement. He could kill that pretty easily. Oh my god, did he just turn them on? Oh, there's a lot more grunts coming though. Oh, this could be a big con. If he gets, that's a pretty big con snipe for sure. It's gonna even if he reses it, that still slows that whole expansion down. This is good though. Especially if Bloater keeps going, this is pretty good. Oh man, that's kind of rough. Bit of an. I mean, he should get the second mech though. Yeah. So this one's resable, but that still slows ZLO down a little bit. He was almost 1,000 metal behind now. That is not small. He's already got resbots here, getting it going. Man. ZLO and his resbot control has been pretty solid. And it has not stopped being pretty solid. He's gonna get the grunts and leave, I'm assuming. No, he can't do that. He needs to contest these mexes. But there's actually like a pretty scary amount of grunts from Bloater here. He obviously can't see that because he has no radar, but that is not. Oh, he's kind of in danger of getting collapsed here. Yeah, Bloater sees it. Oh man. What does Zelo see? He sees the grunt flood beginning. I mean, this is decently safe here. It's gonna be like I mean, this amount of grunts probably won't be able to beat that with the grunts Zelo has there. But oh man, losing that con's gonna suck though. Oh, that's rough. He idled the resers. Man, Bloater's getting a lot of good snipe. Oh, this was a bad trade from Bloater. That is so bad. Yeah, he's going. He needs to do actual damage now. That was not like that is a lot of grunts now dead on the field. That will be returned to sender in a bit. He cannot afford to let that happen. Oh no! Oh, this idol! No, Bloater, not like this! Oh wow. You know, I don't want to say that was game losing, but that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's like 20 grunts that are now on the ground that ZLO is absolutely going to res and send right back at him. Like, this metal produced, like, just basically got just evened out by the amount of grunts that ZLO is about to res. Oh, if he snipes the resers, that'll be pretty good. I think, yeah, but I was gonna say Bloater, I was pretty sure spotted the air lab. Oh, he's not getting the res bots. That's rough. Does this bomber actually get value? See, last time Bloater did not immediately swap air. He actually tried to deal with it with ground AA. This time he's deciding, fuck that. We're gonna actually try and contest this in the air, which is probably better. I'm kind of surprised ZLO he spotted Bloater when air and ate the air lab. That's kind of surprising to me. This is a good little run by. Is metal produced? Is it? Oh my god, it is. I don't need to look at the. Oh my god, there's so many. I don't even. This. I need to. I didn't even know that. That makes sense. Why is the shuriken chasing this bomber? Wait a minute. Does that actually? That doesn't work, right? I think that that is pretty terrible from for ZLO. Like he got the he got like a big wreck field here, but this was a weird choice. I think he spotted the air lab, and they ate his. I think because he was gonna do like a lab up here with where his build power was, but instead he just ended up just losing all of his E to bombers, and now he's just losing even more. Like, he can't res anything anymore. He has no E. And it kind of looks like he's going to try and dive on Bloatier, but there's so many shurikens here, plus his own grunts. Wow. Maybe he didn't see the air. Like, he probably just wasn't looking at his bomber, I guess, when he, when the bomber was bombing, I guess, because he spotted fighters, but I guess not. Oh, this is the last. He's hiding behind the windmills. He doesn't have the E to actually D-gun. No, the shuriken difference is way too big. Way too big. That was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that was a little scary. Yeah, ZLO's just he's done. Wow. Well, now I need to actually see if there's a unit res tab, because now I feel like an idiot. Is there actually a unit? Units received? Is units received? No, units received. Captured? No. Stolen? No. I don't. Am I blind? It doesn't look like there's a units res tab. So I'm just making sure I'm not a dumb one here. All right. I might be dumb and still be blind. Yeah, Bloatier just kind of had a eco advantage the whole game, and I don't know. That didn't recover. He just didn't recover, like the first game. Oh god, they already went in. Jesus, they're so fast. I do like this map a lot, though. Canis River, it's a good map. I think it's a cool map. It's got a cool design. It's a wind map, which, you know, already a fan of that. Wonder if ZLO is gonna switch it up. We're gonna see the same early build. Bloatier's went arm, so I'm assuming this is gonna be vehicle, unless this man's just, you know, really risking it all on a little harder to execute build. And the little understanding I have is that arm bots are in fact quite bad in 1v1. I've heard tells that the grunt is pretty good. I'm assuming we're gonna see a tank lab. Like there's, yeah, I was pretty sure that we were gonna see a tank lab. There's some like, you know, there's some fun stuff you can do with ticks, but is he gonna go tank lab? 2 solar? I mean, I guess the wind is terrible, but I mean, like, really terrible. No, he's still going bot lab. I'm assuming he's gonna do the same build then. We'll be seeing a lot of blitzes. Oh man, holy shit! This dude's clicking. We're seeing a lot of blitzes. Yep, turns out a lot more cons, a lot more blitzes. I feel like this is... Am I crazy, or is that grunt heavier than ZLO did last time? Actually, it might not be. I might actually just be crazy. It's a pretty normal start. I imagine there's not really anything different in this so far. Not that until we start seeing little harassments, but as long as ZLO defends against the rover harass, he should be kind of okay. Like the worst part of like this matchup, I think early on, is you can't ever catch these rovers. Like they're just too fast, right? So you always have to play defensive against them, or force them to fight you, kind of situation. Whereas, you know, you get like when the blitzes start coming out, that's completely different, and it becomes a much more awkward way to fight. It's already got the resbot going. See, I made a resbot early. That means I am approaching the level of ZLO. I understand resbots are good. That's how that works. I am also discovering that maybe my radars, I needed to be a little more prevalent, making those in good spots. I was not making those as often as I think I needed to. I guess it's much easier to defend rovers, I think, on this map than like any sort of bot, considering how many of these hills are bot walkable. Whereas rovers kind of have like distinct paths they have to drive up and down. Well, so far he's not lost anything to these rovers. It's been pretty good defense. He hasn't really done any damage though. There's been no mechs trades. Somehow Bloatier's up in metal. I guess he just got his 3 mechs quicker. Oh, wait, he lost a mechs? That kind of feels bad. Oh, get the mechs. Nice. It's not really... This is just the early game 1v1. There's not really a whole lot going on when one dude isn't just hard dying. That's a lot of blitzes being made, though. It's a lot of blitzes being made. This one could be awkward, although if Bloatier or ZLO fights this properly, yeah. Just get a good surround on it. Ooh. That's a kind of painful. He's losing little grunt every although he did just spot on the blitzes actually, so that's not the worst. At least gives him vision. It would have been nice if he kept it alive, but it gives him some vision. He does not have a whole lot of units out, actually. Bloatier's got a lot of blitzes out. Like, a lot of these grunts are just over here chasing a rover. There's a lot of blitzes here. I don't know if ZLO sees this. Like, the fact that this hill is where it is, he didn't see these blitzes until they're already on top of him. Ooh. Wow, this is actually going to do some decent damage. Oh, he didn't actually end up getting that one, and these ones are idling. I mean, that's still pretty good. He got a con, he got some X's. ZLO, once again, will just be able to res it, but it still slows him down a bit. And Bloatier's expansions are completely safe. Like he's taking no economic damage whatsoever. And that is not where you want to be on the receiving end of as the bot player against vehicle. You don't want to be having done no damage, and they've already got like just better units being made. Oh no. Yeah, this is pretty good harass. This is honestly pretty good harass from Bloatier. He's just kind of everywhere with these blitzes. Like the grunts are honestly just struggling to cover this. I almost feel like ZLO's con heavy Q is kind of hurting him here, cause he just doesn't have enough units. Like straight up, just does not have enough units. Oh no. This could be GG actually. This push right here could yeah. Wow. Wow. Just like that. ZLO's out. That's crazy. That was just wild harassment. Holy fuck. That was a crazy game. Okay, wow, that was not, it was not even like a good back and forth game. That was straight up just Zelo. I think I actually just straight up got outplayed. That was just better raids from Bloody.